Hi, welcome to the Mad Max channel. So today I'm looking at a PCI USB free card. Now I bought a other one which did not work using a VIA 805 chipset, but I'll come more to that in a minute. This one did look really nice, but it didn't work. Turns out it uses the same chipset as the one on the motherboard, which doesn't seem to be working with the current version of Windows 10. Must be a bug or something. So anyway, I bought this brand new card of Amazon. Not the cheapest card going. Comes with a disc, a mini disc. The other box came with a power cable, but drivers had to be downloaded online from a website which was a bit harder to use than necessary. So the card itself in a typical anti-static bag. Let's pull it out. And it is very good looking. White PVC, typical 20-pin front header connectors, gold USB 3 ports, and a USB-C. Just to point that one out for people who happen to use it. Now, I do have a phone which uses USB-C, but never really came down to testing it out. SATA connector for power. Like I say, 20-pin connector. It is a very nice looking card, depending on whether you're going with a black style motherboard or not. It does stand out. Now this one here uses a NEC chip, I think, or rentless, something like that. It's definitely not a VIA chipset, and it does seem to work, I'll guess. Let's test it out and install it. So, typical setup. Anti-static wise, best way of doing it is just touch your case while it's still connected but power turned off. Whether you need to have, these anti-static ribbons and stuff like that, well, the best way of doing it is touch the case, don't rub a jumper. First, we'll deal with the thickest cable of all. Considering there's 20 cables inside these USB-free front case connectors, keep in mind that these cables are actually quite hard to move. Prepped out a SATA cable already. What we need to do now is figure out the best way to get it put in without too much strain on the cable. And then pick a slot. Now I happen to have two of the smaller PCI connectors, one being used by the Creative Sound card and this one being used for this one. Now, like I said, the motherboard onboard USB 3 decided to fail, or there's a driver conflict. It doesn't seem to be showing up in Windows anymore, which is either something's really wrong with it or it's just a software issue. But the other card which I bought from Oracle or whatever it's pronounced, that uses the same chipset, and I could not get the drivers working for love or money. So, card plugged in. Let's do some cable management. Not too much required, really. No one really gets to see the inside of the case, even with a Perspex window. Let's get a screw into it. Come on, screw, where are you? Right, let's turn the machine on, make sure it still works. Well, we haven't blown it up, so everything's alright there. Let's have a look at what the drivers are like. So, as it turned out, turned the PC on and Windows 10 has the drivers straight away and all installed. No driver disk required. Well, that's a bonus. Can live with that. So, let's test out its performances. Now, I'm going to use a USB 3 card plus a portable USB hard drive. Now, the hard drive itself is not a high performance SSD or anything like that. So, we're testing it with just basic functions. First off, let's test it on USB Yeah, we'll test on USB 3 first, and then we'll try and to see how disappointing number 2 is. Well, that's quick enough. Definitely quick enough. Now, the Windows hard drive I'm copying onto it happens to be a Samsung Evo 250 gigabyte SSD, which, well, I'll admit, for Windows, 250 gigabytes is actually starting to squeeze it, depending on what you have installed. If you're doing video editing and stuff like that, I would probably recommend going more. Anyway, that did not take too long. That'd probably be an idea. Yeah, we're going to delete that file. Now let's run the USB 2. Turn the hard drive off, replug it while we're just deleting them files. Right, replugged USB 2. Same exact file. And oh boy, is that slower by a lot slower. Now, generally speaking, lots of manufacturers like saying USB 3 is about 10 times faster. It's not far off, depending on what you're copying from and to. Have in mind, most hard drives are only 3 gigabits of SATA speed, and this is a low RPM one too, so under ideal circumstances. But the simple way of putting it is that is slow on USB 2, but really fast on USB 3. There's no way you could really compare that. Right, let's skip towards the end, I guess. This is taking way too long. Right, so coming to the end of the download. Now, as the first product review, I'd like to say I will be doing more product reviews in the future whenever I come to something new. I will also admit I do apologize for the delay in videos this week. I've had reinstalled Windows issues here and everywhere, sound card issues, USB issues. Basically, whatever can go wrong went wrong. Video editing software went haywire when I've reinstalled everything, so I've had to go to a new version. But anyway, down to that point, the Lattice USB 3 card with 4 USB rear ports, 2 internals, and a USB C is well worth the money if you happen to be suffering with issues with VIA chipsets. And with that, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. Do like and subscribe. I will be doing other videos soon as possible. And for those who are hanging around for the Simpsons game, I bloody hope it's coming out soon. So, on that note, I'd like to say thank you, and I'll catch you next time.